I've worked in construction for 40 years. I am, and always will be, Liuna.
Construction is one of the most stable industries in today's economy. There's plenty of opportunity, so come and learn at the Liuna Local 183 Training Center. It's the right place to start. If you're thinking about your future, you can learn a skilled trade through hands-on training and classroom training. Liuna Local 183 Training Center is excellence in training. All apprenticeship programs are registered with the Ontario Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. Become an apprentice and learn new skills which will open the doors to a rewarding career. Visit 183training.com.
I just started my training, and I am Liuna.
Good evening. Today I have another guest, Pishrow Alipour.
Yes.
Pishrow Alipour is coming Canada. He have a family issue. I have brother issue. That's why very important thing for today for every Kurdish people about this news and this situation. Very sad, I know. That's why I don't like talk too much because I am very upset too about Iranian regime. That's why I like start my Pishrow Alipour start talk with him, and that's better. Maybe he can give them more idea for I talk too much. Can you introduce yourself, Mr. Pishrow?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mîthra, and for the first I have hi to Mîtannî TV people who is watching this program at this TV. So my name is Pishrow Alipour, and I'm from Kurdistan of Iran. We call Rojhelat. And between 2001 and 2002, I came out. I went to Kurdistan of Iraq, around the Soleimania city, and I started the politics things like news and something like that for human rights. And at that time, I think I was
a journalist that time.
Not exact journalist, because at that time I was young and I started like politics things, and I was Peshmerga. I was White Komala.
Oh.
Yeah, and at that time I think I was between 17 to 18 years, 17 years. And about around 6 years I was White Komala, and then I went to Turkey. I was refugee. So from 2002 to 2007 I was in Iraq, in Kurdistan, White Komala, and then 2007 I went to Turkey. I was refugee about 4 years. I was in one city. So
Kurdistan.
Yes, Kurdistan.
Yeah.
We call it's Kurdistan, but another word we say Bakur. Bakur, it means Kurdistan, yeah, of Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah.
Colony
of Turkey.
Yeah. So Kurdistan, and I was refugee about 4 years. And 2011, June 26 or 28, I came to Canada.
You came to Canada.
Yes.
What happened to you? You lived Komala and you come Turkey after you come Canada. And if you just come, you're alone, you come Turkey, or your family together, or?
Yes, no, I was alone. Actually, with my friends, we went to Turkey. So we want to change the life. So politics is not only in Kurdistan. Everywhere you can do so many things for freedom. And in the after this question, when you have time, I tell you example in Canada. What does it mean? What's about? I'm talking about what's example, when I say politics is not only in the Kurdistan or like Peshmerga, so we can do so
everywhere
many things.
you can do
exactly,
something.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I want to change a little bit something my life, and something like my change. I had another idea, so I went to Turkey, and then there is UN, you know.
UN.
Yeah, and they accept me, and then Canada took me for here for Canada, and and after that I was with another political party, Communist Party of Iran, about 4 years and something, and I used to work on the TV, like front of the camera, to read the news and to make
this with Canada or
in Toronto.
in Toronto.
Yes.
Okay.
And about 4 years. So yeah, we did a lot of politics. So this working in the TV at that time, this is one of those. And right now, 6 years, I'm not with any political party. But I have a lot of friends with all of, not 100% like those parties, but I have a lot of friends, and like friendship. We talking, we challenge each other. We have idea, we change our idea. We talking about so many things, especially about the Kurdistan. In 4 parts of Kurdistan, example, in Kurdistan, in Turkey, in Iran, in Iraq, and
Bashur, Rojava, yeah.
Exactly, Bakur, Bashur, Rojava, and something like that. So, but right now, around 6 years, I'm not with any political party, but I did a lot of activities, kind of different activity, and also in Toronto. When you have time, I can talking about that one if you have question.
What happened to you? You can come Canada. You said I changed some your life, but you lived your family with the background home, and you lived your brother. What happened with your family, your brother? If you can come to Canada.
Yeah. So for all the time, so many problem happened for my family. When I was younger in Kurdistan, Iran, Rojava, I mean. When I went to Kurdistan of Iraq, I mean Bashur, all the time, yes, the Islamic regime of Iran, they make more problem for my family. Kind of, so many times they arrested my family, my dad, my father, my brother, my some brothers, not only one, and they torture my brother, and so my dad went to jail, and so many things like that. That's why, like volunteer, I came out. I went to Bashur, to Kurdistan, and I start politics things for human rights, especially for Kurdish people, because when I was younger, like at that time when I was in Kurdistan of Iran, I was like 17 years, but every day I saw people, they don't have freedom, and every day they kill Kurdish people. That's why I say I should do something. That's why right now I am here in Canada.
What happened to your brother? Why your brother in the jail?
Oh, okay.
Why Iranian regime like to kill him? Because have many Kurdish people now, every day 3-4 young Kurdish people is die.
Yeah.
And the Iranian regime, what he can do with the Kurdish people, he do it, and nobody can do anything with the Iranian regime.
Yeah.
That's why I like talk about this situation. Yeah.
So my younger brother, his name is Hoshmand Alipour, and he's I'm 35 years, but he's 26 years, so he's younger. So he was in Turkey. He was refugee with my family. But at that time, ISIS attacked against the Kurdistan in Bashur, in Iraq. So he couldn't stay in Turkey. He said, I cannot stay here. I have to go back to fight against the ISIS, because when he saw the ISIS killing men, women, especially Kurdish people, so he came back to Bashur, and about 4 years he fight against the ISIS, and around like 2 times he injured. So after that, he went to Kurdistan of Iran just to show the newspaper something, talking with people for politics, and then Islamic regime they arrest him, Hoshmand, and his friend. Hoshmand Alipour is my brother, and his friend was named Muhammad Ustad Qadir. We call Muhammad Ustad Qadir. So Muhammad Ustad Qadir was injured. The Islamic regime, they attacked to them, and one of those injured, and then they arrested. It was August 3rd, 2018. They arrested them in around the Saqqa city in Kurdistan, and in August 7th they show on the TV, Islamic regime of Iran TV, to say we arrest those people because Iran Islamic regime has kind of different TV, but one of those TV they show to tell the people, my brother and his friend Muhammad.
Okay.
Yeah, and they say, so they show on the TV because they want to, after that's like to make a way to execution them. So and when we heard that one, we made camping, international camping for Hoshmand Alipour. It was for both of them, but the name was only for Hoshmand because Muhammad didn't have family in Europe or here, but we were here, Canada, and my another brother is here and family. So that's why the campaign name was Hoshmand Alipour. So in October 31, 2019, in San Andreas, so they went to court, and it was December 29, 2019, in San Andreas, the Islamic regime say we want to execute Hoshmand Alipour. For Muhammad, it was 5 years jail only, but for Hoshmand, it was they say we want to execution him. That's why right now we have a lot of action for him. So many Kurdish people, Iranian people, so many politics party, so many people in the world, they support us, they support this campaign to free Hoshmand Alipour.
This about what happened about the Canadian government. Did something a lot about your brother, anything, or any politic people, or any word and any government say stop? Anybody say stop?
Any government, or you talk only about Canada or?
Canada, first is Canada,
okay.
After the other government.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the Canada, like government, still we didn't hear like serious things. So example, Canada want to say the Islamic regime of Iran, why you want to execution Hoshmand Alipour? You cannot. So like this one, we didn't see until now something, but our friends, they send a letter for the Canadian government to do something. Actually, last year, yeah, one of those, I forgot her name. Yeah, she did something. I forgot her name, but like something. Example, like Europe country, Canada, they until now they didn't do something like that. And after that, I'll tell you, because you asked me, you want to ask me about the Europe. What happened for Hoshmand? What country support you? I'll tell you. But like in Canada, Amnesty International, so they support us, and they tells the words what happened, and they send a letter for some Iranian government, like leadership, you know.
Yeah.
They did something like that, and last year they tell the Islamic regime of Iran, they say you cannot do something like execution for them. You should do something like Europe or Canada law. You know, today is 2020, and in only the Middle East countries, especially like Islamic regime of Iran, they execution people. But in Europe, in Canada, no. Turkey is dictatorship. You know, it's a big dictator, but still they cannot execution political president. You know.
I've worked in construction for 40 years. I am and always will be Liuna.
Construction is one of the most stable industries in today's economy. There's plenty of opportunity, so come and learn at the Liuna Local 183 Training Center. It's the right place to start. If you're thinking about your future, you can learn a skilled trade through hands-on training and classroom training. Liuna Local 183 Training Center is excellence in training. All apprenticeship programs are registered with the Ontario Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. Become an apprentice and learn new skills which will open the doors to a rewarding career. Visit 183training.com.
I just started my training, and I am Liuna.
Turkey is different. Turkey done not, but Turkey take it as any somewhere and on the ground and kill him and left it. The same Islamics, every Islamic and dictator regime exactly is the same.
Yep.
I know it's the same. About Europe, how they go to camping about Europe for your brother, yeah. Sorry, before that one I like, why your brother friend give the 5 years, why you brother give the exhibition?
This is the good question. I answer you about this question after the first question. So for the first, before I tell you what they did about the Hoshmand, I want to talking about the Amnesty International. I told you about the Toronto Amnesty International and London, UK, Amnesty International, and Holland, Amnesty International, also Germany, Amnesty International. They did same thing what in Toronto Amnesty. You know, they sent a letter for the Islamic regime of Iran. They said same thing. So they say you cannot execute or torture the Hoshmand Alipour, and something like that. So their activity was good, and still they continued. They wrote the letter for the Islamic regime of Iran, and also they had another. They told the world. They say what happened about the Hoshmand Alipour. But like a government, so the Germany government, they send letter for the Islamic regime of Iran embassy consul, embassy of regime of Iran in Frankfurt, I think. They send letter, they say you should stop this one, you cannot execution him, whatever. So they did a good job. And also another country, Autriche, they did same thing, and Sweden government, same thing, and Holland, the Parliament of Holland, like two political parties, they support us, they support the international campaign for free Hoshmand Alipour, and they for them it's not easy because the Europe government, they push them. But I hope the Canadian government coming here because I'm brother of Hoshmand Alipour. I'm Canadian citizen, and this is the big question for the Canadian human right. Where's the human right? Because we hear Canada, I'm living here, it's nice country, safe country, and for so many things Canada is good, but still this is the big question about the human right, because so many times we hear Canada were against some Islamic country when they killed the people or they executed people, you know. But right now, this is the big question. I want to hear something about that. We want Canada. Canada support us. Canada tell the Islamic regime of Iran, you cannot do this one too.
Your brother friend give the 5 year. Why for you give the? For
this
brother
is
give the-
good question. This is good question. So because I'm glad for the other guy 5 years jail. Still, he should not be in the jail about 5 years. 5 years is too much because they didn't do anything. So they are just political person, you know. And they are like 90%, 85% Kurdish people, they are politics personal. Their personality is like that. They want freedom. They want to have Kurdistan be free like Canada or something like that. That's why I'm glad for the first about Muhammad Ustad Qadir, about the 5 years. This is better than execution. But about my brother, because Islamic regime knows about me, about my family, like I can tell you about Hoshmand's family. I'm one of those. I'm a brother of Hoshmand. Because for a long time ago, from more than 40 years ago, so my family, my dad, my mom, my another thing like uncle and something, so they want to freedom. Before the Islamic regime of Iran begins to own the power, he was Shah. Shah, exactly. At that time, our family, they did so many things for, they were politics person. They want to do freedom. So example, for human rights, they did so many things. And at that time too, my uncle, they went to jail at that time because Shah was dictator. At that government was better than Islamic Republic of Iran about something, but about like dictators, both of them were same thing.
The same, yeah.
And they have
About Kurdish people doesn't change anything.
Exactly.
Regime change or not.
Exactly. And the Islamic regime, when like 41 years ago they began, at that time, so my dad, my mom, and my all family friends, they were politics. They were Komala at that time, Komala party. So the Islamic regime of Iran, they so many times, and before I told you, they arrested my dad and another one, my dad friends, and most of those executed by the Islamic regime of Iran. That's why, and also my uncle, the Islamic regime of Iran killed my uncle. He was Komala. He wanted only freedom for Kurdistan, but they killed him. That's why Islamic regime of Iran, they know about our family, and that's why they want to execution Hoshmand Alipour.
How many years is your brother in the jail? How many years?
Yeah. So from August 3, 2018 until now.
2018 until now.
Almost is 18 months, 18 months, something like it. 18 months, yeah.
18 months is everything finished and give the execution?
Yeah.
Just 18 months.
Yeah, after 18 months, yes.
That show us like Islamic regime, actually the Islamic.
Another ISIS,
yeah.
another ISIS.
Another ISIS, yeah.
Or the first ISIS.
One left ISIS, one right ISIS.
But that one was the first ISIS.
Yeah.
Because this ISIS, around 6 years ago they came, but they were the first ISIS. They killed until now more than 200,000 people, Iranian people and especially Kurdish people. They executed in Kurdistan hundreds of Kurdish people and in Iran too. But if, I don't know, you know, or you remember, for sure you should know, around nine years ago, they executed Farzad Kamangar. Farzad Kamangar were from Kurdistan. And then they executed Ehsan Fatahian. Ehsan Fatahian was Komala. He was politics and he was Komala. They executed him. And last year, they executed 3 persons. Ramin Hossein Panahi, he was Komala. And the other one, Zaniar and Luqman Muradi. Zaniar Muradi and Luqman Muradi, the Islamic regime of Iran, they executed them only for nothing. Why? Because they want freedom. Islamic regime of Iran said, you should thinking like us. you should don't have friendship with Canada or Europe or Canadian people or Europe people. You should be Muslim like us, and their religion is Shia, we call Shia. But the people in Kurdistan, they want freedom. They say right now is 2020 and we want freedom. That's why this government executed them, and every day they are killing the other people. They are, we call kolbar in Kurdish word.
Yeah,
kolbar.
Kolbar, yeah.
They killed that people. Why? Because they are big dictator. That's why I told you they were that regime, the first ISIS. And 2 months ago, what happened in Iran and in Kurdistan? They killed more than 6,000 Iranian and Kurdish people. They executed so many Iranian people and so many Kurdish people in Kurdistan. And words know what happened about the gas price. They went up, and people they asked question.
Democratic meeting.
Yeah. So they ask question why everything is expensive. We don't have job, we don't have life, we don't have freedom, and this regime say this is our religion, our government, our freedom. If you want, it's fine. If you don't want, you cannot ask a question. And I remember, this is good time to tell you and who is watching your program TV, another person. His name is Mîtannî Ibrahimi. He's from Kurdistan, Iran, Rojava. He's from city Shino, and around 2 years ago, the Islamic regime of Iran, he was working, but that regime, they by the gun, they injured him, and then they arrested him, and I think like last month, the Islamic regime of Iran, for the second time, they want to execute him. This is important for us, for the Kurdish people, for wars, for who doesn't want execution, who hate execution, who hate Islamic regime of Iran. So this person too, beside my brother Hoshmand Alipour and this guy Mîtannî Ibrahimi, he's in the jail in Urumia, and they want to execute. This is so important because for the second time, so my brother Hoshmand, he passed only first step, they say, about the execution, but the second state, in Tehran, they decided they want to execute him or not. But this guy Mîtannî for the second time. So we should know. I hope by together everybody, Kurdish people, say this is enough. And I want to end of this conversation, this campaign, international campaign for Hoshmand Alipour. We want to one time say to world, please support us, please support this campaign. This is about the Hoshmand, but our goal, in the end of this goal or this campaign, we want to show the world how is dangerous execution people, what's happened before in Kurdistan or Iran, so everybody can thinking about this one day if they are living in Iran, in Kurdistan, and they want to freedom, and this regime want to execution them, how is their feeling? You can thinking like that. That's why this campaign want to stop execution forever. Our goal, beside that one for Hoshmand, is fine. We want to stop this execution about Hoshmand Alipour. This is our wishes, but beside that, we want to, for one time in the history of in Iran or Kurdistan, we want to stop forever. Islamic regime of Iran cannot anymore execute people. So please support us. Please, this my question is not only about the Kurdish people. It's about Canadian government, about the world. Don't be silent and open your eyes. This is my last thing about this campaign. I want to tell you what's our goal.
I've worked in construction for 40 years. I am and always will be Leuna.
Construction is one of the most stable industries in today's economy. There's plenty of opportunity, so come and learn at the LaUna Local 183 Training Center. It's the right place to start. If you're thinking about your future, you can learn a skilled trade through hands-on training and classroom training. LaUna Local 183 Training Center is excellence in training. All apprenticeship programs are registered with the Ontario Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. Become an apprentice and learn new skills which will open the doors to a rewarding career. Visit 183training.com.
I just started my training, and I am LaUna.
I said I have to say what's your last comment, but you told me last comment. Actually, you told it for everybody, but this is not enough comment. I think you have to make it big company. Camping, yeah. What you say about people help you and make it many big company or?
So let's see, before I answer your question, let you know something. I told you about the Europe, what they did, but let's talking about what this camping did. Mm-hmm. So when Hoshmand and Mohammed went to the jail and this regime arrested them, we made this camping. It was international camping. So our family made this camping, our family, and 2018, at that time, the first time I told the people, I say this happened. They arrested the Hoshmand, and I told so many friends and people, and I say we should make a big international camping, which is until now it was so good. I want to tell you, in the some Kurdish singer from Bakur, I mean Kurdistan of Turkey, Bakur, and in Bashur, they support us and they tell people, let's join with this camping. And so many Kurdish people in Erbil, in front of the UN, they make big protests to say, stop execution Hoshmand Alipour. And all the Kurdish, not all, but like 70% Kurdish TV in Bashur, Kurdistan, Bashur, in Iraq, they support us. They're talking about this subject in like last year. And in Europe, in so many cities and countries, we had big protesting, small and big. The biggest one was in London. And a few days ago, we had about the Hoshmand to in Cologne, you know, city Cologne in Germany,
yeah.
In Frankfurt, in Stuttgart, in Germany, and in London, in front of the Iranian embassy, Islamic regime of Iran embassy, have a few hundreds people, about 3 times our friends, or because this camping we have friends in Europe, example in Canada, in Kurdistan, and some of those they are living in UK, in London, so they make big protests against the Islamic regime of Iran. And also in Holland. In Holland we had protests, and in Toronto last month we had action, and in Spanish, Madrid.
But not enough, because many Kurdish people doesn't know. Like you said, Toronto have them, but I know many Kurdish people doesn't know about
that's
it.
why it's important. I want to tell you what we did, but for the last comment, I want to tell what's my last comment. So in Spanish, in Brazil, in Madrid, Spanish, we had camping, action about this camping they say free Hoshmand Alipour now. And also in Bolivia, we had a few weeks ago. So, and still we continue, and every day they get bigger and bigger and bigger. This is for Hoshmand Alipour, I told you before, but we want to show towards how you're feeling when you hear or when you see this dictator, Islamic regime of Iran dictator want to execute people. How's your feeling? Why in Canada nobody executed? Why in Europe? Why only in this dictatorship government they executed people? That's why I want to word one time say stop the execution. Before they want in Iran, right now they stopped the, we call Sangsar, by the something they killed the woman, and we had a big campaign a few years ago, 112 cities, and words say this is enough. And right now Islamic regime of Iran cannot kill people by that way. And this execution, we want to, this campaign, international campaign for free Hoshmand Alipour, we want to say this is enough. This is enough forever. And my last comment, especially for your friends, or maybe most of them, they are Kurdish people, they are watching your program. I know you have the Kurdish and English program, and especially for the Kurdish people, I want to say, please support us. This is not only for Hoshmand Alipour or for this campaign. This is for yourself, for your mind, for your ideology. Because our ideology is only for human rights and for freedom. And we want to everybody coming and join us this campaign. And everybody can, because we have around hundreds short video, they support Hoshmand Alipour. We have the page, and everyone, they can say something to support this one and to say stop execution Kurdish people in Iran by the short video to send us, and we can publish that one. Whatever you want, and I say thank you so much. And if you have any question, I don't have any.
Thank you so much. Now I have to ask, this is very important, not for just Iran, actually for every Kurdistan have big problem for Kurdish people. Have big problem, democracy problem, have human right problem. Every colonist government kill the Kurdish in different one. Some kill the Kurdish with ISIS, some Kurdish kill the Kurdish people like Iran, the expert, and some in the ground like Kurdish people killed with Turkey underground or with a bomb. This is very important, but now I said I am sorry for Hoshmand Alipour, because he's now in the jail, he's just wait for execution. That's why please everybody help him. Thank you so much.
And thank you so much for this program.
I've worked in construction for 40 years. I am and always will be Leuna.
Construction is one of the most stable industries in today's economy. There's plenty of opportunity, so come and learn at the LaUna Local 183 Training Center. It's the right place to start. If you're thinking about your future, you can learn a skilled trade through hands-on training and classroom training. LaUna Local 183 Training Center is excellence in training. All apprenticeship programs are registered with the Ontario Ministry of Training Colleges and Universities. Become an apprentice and learn new skills which will open the doors to a rewarding career. Visit 183training.com.
I just started my training, and I am Leuna.
Troya is a Canadian manufacturer of PVC windows and doors. Troya cares about customer satisfaction in Canada standards. Troya has been established on principles of honesty and integrity. Our sales office, manufacturing facility, and showroom are located in Woodbridge, Ontario. We have a friendly and over 15 years of international experienced staff. We are a quality-focused, customer-centered establishment and strive to always improve our work. We have quality workmanship, superior knowledge, and competitive prices. We produce elegant, cozy, solid Canadian design system of windows and doors that will keep you and your family safe and comfortable in every weather condition. Our products help your home to become more environment friendly and energy efficient. Our installations are carried out by a fully trained staff to the highest professional standards. Our professional services are a real focus on customer satisfaction. Your satisfaction is our biggest asset. Troya Windows and Doors. TroyaWindows.com. 905-856-9493.